name's Leo Gallagher. I'm a cinematographer based in New York. I work mostly in documentaries, music videos, commercials, and some narrative work. So today I'm talking about these music videos that I've done with the band Lawrence, which is an indie um, soul/pop band in New York, run by these two siblings, Gracie Lawrence and Clyde Lawrence.
I'm in a war. I fight my history. It's hard to ignore the things that used to be.
I got a hotel TV, yeah, nothing's on that I wanna see. So I turn it over, let the thought of you and me be right.
And we've done a bunch of music videos together, but today we're talking about two that we did called 23 and What You Want. And they're both single take handheld music videos. I met the band Lawrence through a friend who's now an agent at WME. And I met them maybe 4 years ago towards the end of the most intense part of COVID lockdown. We became friends over those 4 years, but we started out just as a professional relationship, and I started shooting behind the scenes videos for them for their YouTube channel. And then they asked me to do these single take music videos, which I had never done before. So this was a totally new experience for me, and I was sort of figuring it out with them as we went along with it.
Eyes on me.
Eyes on me.
Tell me what you want.
Tell me what you want.
Tell me what you need.
Tell me what you need.
Hey, tell me what you want. Tell me what you need.
Tell me what you need. BuzzFeed top 10 ways that you hate me. Don't ever call a girl crazy, but lately that is exactly what's trying to make me. My mind's racing. I'm impatient.
The whole value of these videos is making you feel like you're in the room with them, hopefully, as they're singing the song, and that you're moving around the space and reacting to different parts of the band as they're playing different moments in the song. The idea is to sort of like direct the viewer's attention to what parts of the group we want them to be looking at any particular moment. So it'll be like the rhythm section comes in, or Clyde singing a solo, or Gracie singing a solo, or they have like a bunch of amazing vocalists singing, and we sort of like go down the line with them. The whole idea is that is motivated by the music and by the beats, and we think about that ahead of time, and then we also find the best moments to move the camera in the room on the day.
At 23, you said goodbye. 2, 3, 4.
Waiting, I'm waiting. Might start complaining. This quarter life crisis is not entertaining to me. La-di-di-da. Oh, it's my party and I'm gonna cry if I want to.
A lot in these videos is trying to work with the personalities of Clyde and Gracie, and trying to heighten their personalities with camera work, and heighten the personality of the band, and sort of get that whole vibe across, that you feel like you're in the room with them. They're both amazing performers and super talented and amazing on camera, and they totally understand visual language really well. Gracie especially goes through each shot with me, and we will shoot it on an iPhone before we even do the entire thing with a real cinema camera, and then we review the take on the phone and be like, okay, well, let's be on the drums here for this kick, and then let's go back to the vocalist here, which I think is really important, and then we just get into a rhythm, and each take just gets better and better.
This is gonna kill me, but I won't let it. And I Try to give them hell, but they don't get it. So I tell myself when I sleep at night,
Don't lose sight, baby, don't lose sight. 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 All right, let's go.
don't lose sight, baby, don't lose sight. Don't lose sight, baby, don't
We're not gonna lose sight.
Don't lose sight, baby, don't lose sight.
Are you kidding me? I'm getting sick of the industry. I've had enough of the make-believe. Oh, please. Oh, please.
For a shoot like this, I have to prep to basically shoot 360 around the room. There's usually a little sliver of space near the control room that I try to avoid, and that's where I can put like one light that gives me sort of like an ambient light and brings up the level in the room. And then I use a lot of practical lights from the studio and just change around the small tungsten bulbs so that there's like motivated light on people's faces, and I'll just put those in really choice places. And then if there's any other spots in the room that are hidden, and once I've walked through with the camera and everything, sometimes I'll hide a few other really small LED lights like aperture MCs or quasar tubes that are just tucked away and giving little pools of light in places that feel a little too dark on monitor. But for the most part, it's really working with the natural light of the studio and trying to just motivate off of that and just bring it all up to a level that feels nice and well lit on people's faces, but still using the skeleton of the practical lighting that's there. Obviously, all these videos are handheld. They're completely just shoulder mounted or sort of like on a holster, like on my side. I used to shoot them on a Canon C300, and now I've started shooting them on an Alexa Mini, all with a Sigma 18mm lens, just wide open and all the way wide on that zoom lens with a little filtration on the front to give it a little more character. And that's mainly just because it's all the equipment I own, and then we're able to sort of schedule these days whenever is easy. I do these videos all myself as the only video person. I work really closely with the recording engineer and the assistant engineer in the studio to rearrange certain things, like if we want the piano to be in a certain place or we want the vocalist in a certain place. It's really about the relationship I have with the studio people and with Gracie and Clyde to arrange where the band is in the space to make it work visually and for the whole song. So yeah, on what you want, we start on the feet of the singers, and then we sort of like come up with them because they have the first note of the song, and then we let Gracie enter frame right to have her first little line and riff there. And then yeah, I do sort of like go around to see the instruments, and that's so that Gracie is able to pass behind me. She's basically sliding behind me and the grand piano to get to her first mark by the percussion section. And then at the percussion section, she sings a whole riff, and then she takes me all the way back to where Clyde and where the vocalists are. So basically, the whole idea with that was like motivating off of how the vocalists start the song, and then there's sort of this like build up to it. There's like this like swirly rhythm that happens, and then there's a way bigger moment of like the drums come in, and then she starts singing the actual first verse. And so we knew we wanted to get to the percussion section, and we wanted to start on the vocalist there. So that's how we sort of arranged that. And we thought it was just more fun and interesting to have Gracie, fall behind me and disappear from frame for a while. And then she pops up, and then it's like, whoa, where did she come from? For 23, we pushed all of the instruments to the side, and then we had like a bunch of free playing space in the middle. So I was able to move around just easier and better with Gracie, which is sort of just another way in which, like, when we're prepping these and when we're talking at the head of the day with the engineer and the assistant engineer, we're talking about how the arrangement of the musical elements and all of the instruments and all of the microphones is impacting the visuals too. So there's always a negotiation there. It's like, I'll always want things like a little closer or moved or something, but the engineer who's recording it will not want audio bleed between sections, which is totally understandable. So if I was giving someone advice about this, I would say to shoot one of these videos, you really need to know the song really, really well in the back of your head and like the back of your hand. It's really important to get the beats and the rhythm and sort of the like narrative arc of the song is how I like to think about it. Like if we want to start big or we want to start small, go smaller to a different moment, focus on someone else for this. That's always really important, and getting that really clear in your head is very important before going into the process, because once you're in there, your body is hurting, and it's just hard to not have those creative ideas. So it's always good to have like a basic roadmap in the back of your head of what your creative idea is. And then once you're in the space, just be really like being really open to how the band is playing and how they're reacting to you and you're reacting to them. It gives you a better sort of improvisational quality to the camera work, which I find really great. And then some other advice that I try to give myself is not to sort of expend all of my energy on the first few takes. I mean, and I tell this also to the singers who are belting out lines like nobody's business for like 10 takes for some of these, for like a 7 minute take. And also for me, I'm carrying, 30-pound camera for 7 minutes constantly, and can't mess anything up because it's a single take. It's quite difficult. But so if once everyone knows that like the first few takes are just sort of not throwaways, but they should sort of be like gone through with half of the energy, and it's in the back of your mind that's probably not the one that's going to be used. I think that's really helpful for everyone. And then they know that they can still have that energy to finish the race towards the end of the day. Same for me, being able to put the camera down between takes and review footage, and then being able to still have a little energy at the end to really sort of nail the moves that have become muscle memory by the end of doing it, 8 or 9 times, that I'm able to make a successful video. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful, and good luck on future shoots.